teams that are responsible for really delivering application experience to our users. Coordinating between those teams can be incredibly difficult. We have to make it simple. We have to empower those teams with best-in-class tools to give them truly best-in-class observability and automation that can truly serve their needs and at the end of the day deliver best-in-class application experience. Having built clouds here at Cisco, we know that what really matters is deep insights, really seeing what's going on and having the power of automation to take the necessary steps once we see something is wrong and ensure that that user experience isn't interrupted. That's why we're focused on full stack observability, not just within the workflow itself, but the full reachability of that application to the end user. That's why we're investing so much in App Dynamics and Thousand Eyes to give a very complete observability picture all the way from the user to the application. We're not stopping there. We start looking at how Thousand Eyes correlates the app experience to network performance. Here we have a branch office in Thailand connecting to a regional hub in Singapore using Cisco SD WAN. We're seeing poor application performance time, and we just discovered we have a latency issue between the two sites. But we can't exactly pinpoint where it is. This is exactly why we've now natively embedded Thousand Eyes into Cisco SD WAN, so that we can see every hop in the SD WAN underlay. Now I'm able to zoom into the problem, and I can immediately see that there are a ton of hops from Thailand to Singapore, and I can see almost all of the latency is coming from 2 routers in my service provider network. That's an instant insight, an insight that can drive immediate action. It turns out that I'm barely using 2 service providers, and they're behaving very differently. During these latency anomalies, my primary provider is routing traffic to Hong Kong, and even though the hub is in Singapore, that's a huge way out of the way. It's causing this latency spike of more than 60 milliseconds. When traffic is flowing to my secondary ISP, the latency is less than half of that, and I can see that this provider has a much better path to the hub. I can, of course, take this data, share it with my first service provider, and optimize the route. This is the power of full stack observability. It's diagnosing a user experience problem to an exact link in an ISP and giving people the tools to resolve that issue immediately. One of the keys to achieving this kind of full stack observability is to be able to share intelligence, this kind of intelligence, across multiple platforms so that our different teams can troubleshoot problems together. This enables IT groups to quickly identify the root cause of problems and remediate those problems, and at the end of the day, solve for the best possible user experience. This is exactly why we're integrating our technology across Cisco platforms to enable different teams, application teams, security teams, and DevOps teams to work together. It's why we've embedded Thousand Eyes into our App Dynamics product line, so that app operations teams, while using App Dynamics, can correlate problems with their application performance directly to network outages and network performance problems. They can take this data and they can bring it to the network teams to help resolve the problem and point them to exactly the root cause issue and even the tool that could help them resolve it. This is exactly the kind of cooperation and integration we need between our platforms, and more importantly, the kind of communication we need between our teams.